You think there is something in that locker room that happens that makes it very difficult?
Yes, definitely. And I would say playing in England, it was even more difficult. In the locker room there is brutal. I mean, awesome guys. I wouldn't say they're homophobic. I would say that pack mentality is a bit malicious. But here, there's the banter, there's the jokes, and sometimes you hear things that get quite malicious, and that's what kind of scars you and kind of builds that fear.
So who could you talk to? Who could you share?
No one. I very much, I would just keep it to myself. I had that much fear that if I told people that maybe I would be able to play a sport, that other people would find out without me being able to tell them, and so I wouldn't tell anyone. I wouldn't even write it down. Like I had so much fear that someone would find out. I was just really scared.
So where does your life go from here?
For me, the double life, it was just exhausting.
For me, my earliest memories, coaches, calling a kid or saying, "Don't play like a faggot if you drop the ball." All these terms, they shape you, and these coaches were the parental figures for sure. And I think that looking back and wondering, why it took me so long to understand my sexuality, I definitely believe that if I didn't play like that, then I must not be like that. I had managers used calling people faggots right and left, if they walked or didn't want to play. It was like the last environment that was allowable for people to, denigrate another player. I learned quickly that being gay had no place in sport. What do I think the effect of me coming out has been? I thought the world would stop spinning when I was a player if I ever did that.
Even the decision where I lived, I decided to live in Del Mar, which was 20 plus miles away from the stadium. But it just was a cushion to keep people from that casual visit or drop by.
To me, it seemed like if I was to admit it, it would be in front of a microphone and the whole world would pass judgment on me right away, and the thought of walking through a big league clubhouse or onto the field just didn't seem possible, like my legs wouldn't work. And ultimately, the irony is I quit. I miss baseball more than anything, and I regret having made that decision the way I did without some help. But my life has gotten a lot better in every single way.
#49th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft. The St. Louis Rams select Michael Sam, defensive end, Missouri.
It was quite a weekend. That little dust-up in Lubbock Saturday night. And then yesterday, Missouri's All-American defensive end Michael Sam, the SEC's Defensive Player of the Year and expected to be a 3rd to 5th round pick in the NFL Draft, tells the world he's gay. The best defensive player in college football's best conference, only a 3rd to 5th round NFL pick? Really? That is shocking. And I guess that other thing is too. Michael Sam would be the first openly gay player in the NFL, says he knows there will be problems and they've already started. Several NFL officials telling Sports Illustrated it will hurt him on draft day because a gay player wouldn't be welcome in an NFL locker room. It would be uncomfortable because that's a man's world. You beat a woman and drag her down a flight of stairs pulling her hair out by the roots, you're the 4th guy taken in the NFL draft. You kill people while driving drunk, that guy's welcome. Players caught in hotel rooms with illegal drugs and prostitutes, we know they're welcome. Players accused of rape and pay the woman to go away. You lie to police trying to cover up a murder, we're comfortable with that. You love another man, Well, now you've gone too far. It wasn't that long ago when we were being told that black players couldn't play in our games because it would be uncomfortable. And even when they finally could, it took several more years before a black man played quarterback because we weren't comfortable with that either. So many of the same people who used to make that argument, and the many who still do, are the same people who say government should stay out of our lives, but then want government in our bedrooms. I've never understood how they feel comfortable laying claim to both sides of that argument. I'm not always comfortable when a man tells me he's gay. I don't understand his world, but I do understand that he's part of mine. Civil rights activist Audre Lorde said, "It is not our differences that divide us, it is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences." We've always been able to recognize them. Some of us accept them. And I want to believe that there will be a day when we do celebrate them. I don't know if that day's here yet. I guess we're about to find out. But when I listen to Michael Sam, I do think it's time to celebrate him now.